Okay, so this is the next follow-up video, and there's a bit of something to show here. This is where I had previously left off. I'm gonna turn off use default material. I'm gonna turn on wireframe on shaded, and for what it's worth, you know, it looks okay, looks decent, but you notice where here, this one, I went in and did some experimentation and also looking at some of the references. In order to get this nice little deltoid raise while still maintaining the shoulder as its own section, its own little modeling shape, right? Like how it is over here. Whereas this one is rather bulky, right? Pretty heavy in terms of how many faces and edge loops are running. Whereas this one here definitely looks easier or cleaner or less lines to try to deal with. And here this one, there's some more lines, right? Especially around here. And this is what technically part of your traps, or some of it is, this part over here is probably considered a bit of your traps, maybe like part of your shoulder muscle. And then when it gets towards here, this is more, it's supposed to be the lats. But regardless of all of that, the whole point I'm trying to get across is that this, no matter what I do, I won't be able to get that nice deltoid shape in relation to the shoulder. But right now, this basically builds out the shoulder pad. Basically this, right? This is just the shoulder pad, not technically the deltoid pad. This here has, this here has the shoulder pad, right? Nice and clean. But it also has the deltoid area, and it also has the collarbone area. If I choose to, you know, push in some of these edges to get the collarbones popping out, for example here, right? You see these train tracks? What the? God damn! God, stop! How do I get? Whatever. So here's the tracks, right? And to show implied clavicle, this line is ever so slightly raised, right? This line is ever so slightly steeping down, angling down. This line is ever so slightly curling up like that, and this one's kind of jutting out. So just that alone gives the implied notion of a clavicle bone. But you can see here it wraps around, and God, stop. It wraps around. Train tracks. Whereas this one, unfortunately, it does wrap around to a certain extent, right? But no deltoid pad. So the right thing for me to do is to show how to model this, right? not just skip important stuff, because it's a major landmark, right? The clavicle, and how it helps to shape the shoulder. Where's this? I guess I kind of spoke too soon. I was just happy about it being done. Anyway, so this is what this part of the tutorial is. Technically, the last tutorial pretty much got the shoulder done, but need to make the deltoid. So just have to explain myself. You will notice where this iteration, you know, it's definitely more refined than this because of the fact that there's less edge loops, right? But this iteration right here is better than this and better than this. You could tell by the edge loops how they're running, whereas this, you don't see as much. You see this here, 2 concentric rings. This does not have those 2 concentric rings. It just goes around this way. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is, this is already labeled. I'm gonna I guess I'll just place it here for now to take a look at it, and then I'm going to use this as my point of reference, right, to make the changes. I have to show this, right? I'd be negligent if I did not show how to make this. I'm not a lazy ass, so I'm gonna make it. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna go in 1 second. So just to show a little bit, this here basically is the same thing as this, but this time there's 2 train tracks. Fuck, come on. There's, be nice, be nice. There's 2 train tracks that are wrapping around. And the reason why this is important is that, and how this doesn't have it, right? It only has one train tracks, right? Okay, so reason why this is important more than this is the fact that with this one I can define the traps, shoulder muscle and the back muscle as much as I want, because I have all this information to push and pull, right? See, get this upper back arch, that, like that, and it helps to, I'm just undoing some of that. So it helps to shape the back, because previously with this, it's just not enough information, not enough of wire cage lines and vertex dots to push and pull to get the shape that I want in relation to also building on the deltoid. So it's one of those things where, you know, if I wanted to make it look good, if I wanted to make it look exact, why is it freaking good? You know, in order to make it look good, I need to make those, right? It's just needed. Anyway, so back to here. What I'm gonna do is, I remember, okay, multi-cut, right? And then I'm gonna cut, turn on symmetry first of all. Okay, no, I don't need symmetry. I have instancing on, so I'm gonna cut just halfway, and cut, and then I'm gonna cut. And this is a ton of information that I need to touch up, right? So that. Okay. As soon as I do that, start to stiffen up, right? But from there, if I look here, there is, after the purple borderline, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows. 1, 2 for the shoulder pads, the ring, concentric rings, and then 2 more down here. This here, 1, 2, 3. That does not mean I'm going to make another one, but for now, all I'm going to do is, as soon as I made that, Control Shift right click, edge slide, I'm going to start pushing, right, making room, spacing it out. Leave that alone. Okay, I'm gonna freaking add colors. Purple, light blue and purple. Light blue and purple. This will help me and my student or students who are watching Why does it fucking do that, man? Damn it. Alright. So light blue. Purple. 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 There. This is white. Alright, so there's that. Right. But you will also notice there's a concentric ring going around. God, I fucking hate that. There's a concentric ring that goes around the neck. This 2 concentric rings. Right. I did make this edge loop for the orange one. The red one, I just basically pull down the neck edge loop. I believe. Something along those lines. So This too is also important because it helps to again shape the neck muscles or like the shoulder pads, also for the rear back area, right? It may seem like redundant, but it's not. There's no way to get around it, you know, to get that exactly the shape I want. So as artists, you know, we envision our creation the way we want it, and oftentimes we're stubborn, and but in return this is what is necessary. I tried working around it, you cannot. This is absolutely needed to get the shape that I want. So how do I do that? So I'm going to show how to set this up. How do you get this ring, this concentric ring, which I'm going to color white so you can see. How do I get that concentric ring? What the fuck? How do I get that concentric ring? Right? 1 second. Things acting up. Right? This ring. Because as a student, probably don't know what to do, right? So this is still absolutely a really good exercise. You know, how to make adjustments and make those modeling corrections, to surgically go in there and chop it up and not destroy the mesh. So in that sense, it's a really good lesson. Well, first of all, I need to prep it. Prep it meaning that I made this extra edge loop, right? So I need to go in and touch up the area so it doesn't look so stiff. That's the first thing I need to do. So I'm gonna grab this, Control Shift, right click. Make sure I have my move tool first of all. I'm gonna do edge slide, slide it down, slide this down. So just doing this alone is helping to shape the back more and more. And the extra edge loop that I just added, it'll help to define this area, but I'm not gonna pull it forward. I repeat, I am not gonna pull it forward because that's gonna stretch out the shoulder pad muscle longer than it should be. So I repeat, do not do this. Do not pull out. Do not do that. Do not do that. Because it's going to stretch out the shoulders. Meaning that, see right here? It's only up to here. This is the better one. The one behind it is the previous one, and as you can see, it's already stretched out by what looks like to be an inch, right? See, this is this, and I can't have it stretched out. So it's a good practice on understanding proportions too. Anyway, so what am I gonna do? Since I'm not gonna pull this, I'm gonna pull these guys in. Right, see? God damn it. Pull this in. Pull this in. And I already explained why I'm pulling it in. Because if I pull it out, it will be anatomically not correct. There. Then I'm gonna go vertex mode and pull, pull, pull. Pull.